voice of the Valley, AM 1450 KBMW. Turn up office, another Friday in the Valley, and that is time for another Optimum Athlete segment brought to you by Optimum Rehab in Wahpeton. Optimize your health at Optimum Rehab. And joining me this time around, we have, let's hope I don't accidentally say your brother's name here, Grant Lyons for North Dakota State College of Science. How's it going today, Grant?
Not too bad. About yourself?
I'm doing fantastic, and the reason I was a little nervous about accidentally saying his brother is because his older brother Ethan played for the Wildcats on their O-line as well. So, my brain only has so much storage up here, so it tends to be a little overlap sometimes. But how's it going today?
Great. Feeling good.
Yeah, I like that you're repping the farm too while you're at it. Pride Land Farms, so that's a family farm then?
That's me and my brother's farm actually from back home.
Oh, gotcha. And tell me a little bit about it then, or before we dive into the football stuff, tell me a little bit about the farm operation, where you come from.
Come from Lisbon, North Dakota. Obviously, got Butsville, ND on the hat, but it's just pretty much a small town that we're next to.
Oh, gotcha.
Been farming since about 2020 with me and my brother.
Gotcha.
Grandpa ended up passing away, unfortunately, but picked up some land, so it's been working out.
Okay, what do you guys farm?
Corn, soybeans, and a little bit of wheat.
Gotcha. I was going to check if you dabble in cattle at all.
Yeah, we do.
You guys do too?
Yeah,
I got to hear about that. You seem like a cattle farm boy.
Yeah, I've had cows, ever since been growing up. Since I was about 8 years old. Dad got me into some cows, and been working with them my whole life, showed them, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a pig farm guy, but we got rid of ours way too early, or else I'd be doing that still. But tell me a little bit. I always hear the correlation of the hard work with the people who are working with the cattle. You got to get up early and all that stuff. A little bit about how that might have instilled some of your work ethic.
Dad always taught me to get up early. We're getting up at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Make sure I do chores before school, and chores every day. For Christmas, Thanksgiving, doesn't matter. Like, it's a holiday. Yeah, you get school off, but cows got to eat too. So.
Yep. Oh man, you probably handled it a lot better than I would have. I couldn't even clean up my room without throwing up a stink. I don't want to do that today. But tell me a little bit about. I'm assuming watching your brother have success here made it a pretty easy pick for you guys. But I don't know. Tell me a bit about your recruiting process. If this was the only one you really had nailed down, or if you were thinking about some other ones as well.
I definitely had a few more options: VCSU, MSUM, UMD down in Duluth. But pretty much what it came down to is, my dad's gone here, my sister, my brother, and they've all had a lot of success. And pretty much this was the only school with a real farming degree that I could go into. So I figured, the 4-year schools would probably have me redshirting. So I thought that I'd come down here and be able to actually be on the field and play, and that ended up working out for me. So
I'm pretty sure I covered your sister too on the volleyball team. I don't want to mess up her first name. I'm going to take a stab at it though. I might get it wrong. Is it Elizabeth?
Yep. Elizabeth.
Oh yes, yep. I remember that. Hope you're doing well, Elizabeth. If you're watching this, hopefully all's going well. I assumed that they were siblings, but I never had asked if your older siblings were related. But that's fun to square that away. Hope all's well with her, but not to get sidetracked too far. But tell me a little bit about your first year on and what your welcome to college football moment was.
My welcome to college football moment came in fall camp. I was kind of the big dog in high school, obviously, and on them pull plays, I feel like I could lay kids out. And first day of fall camp, they had me lining up at guard, and I pulled, and I ended up running into one of our middle linebackers, and I got knocked. I'm not going to lie. We just kind of made a standstill. I was expecting to run him over like I usually do, but no, not that time. Yeah,
definitely a bump up in competition, I'm sure. And
definitely.
A little bit about, are you still on the interior? Are you still playing guard?
So last year, actually, I was just guard until we had a guy out, Spencer England. He came back, and then I moved out to right tackle last year. But now I'm playing left guard. Gotcha.
If you perfect world, where would you want to set up?
I'd be sitting at left guard.
Left guard, yeah. Got some Steve Hutchinson to you. I like it. There we go. And a little bit about the biggest difference between your freshman season to now your sophomore season. Now that you kind of know the ropes, and do you think that's a big advantage for you?
Definitely, yeah. I go into every game with a lot of confidence. Last year, I was kind of, had my tail tucked between my legs. I didn't really know what was going on. When we played DePage came down here. I just remember being really nervous for that game. But now every game I go into, I I know my skill set, and I watch a lot of film, make sure I know who I'm going up against. So this year I feel like I'm just, I don't know, have that kind of big brother mentality, if you want to say, something like that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, well, I got through last year, and I didn't get exposed at all last year, so I think I should be okay this year, you know, bigger, stronger, faster, all that stuff. And tell me about, do you plan on playing for your last few years after this, you know, if it's a perfect situation, or are you more so just thinking of just getting the degree and wrapping it up?
I mean, as of right now, I'm kind of leaning towards wrapping it up, but with these last few games coming up, I guess we'll see what happens.
Might have a change of heart. You never know. If the right offer comes around or the right situation, you never know.
Definitely.
And tell me about so you said obviously the major is going to be a big thing for you. How are you liking the classes that you're taking here?
I'm liking them a lot. Last year we had we got a new farm management teacher this year, but I feel like he's picked things up. He's learning from the guy that's been here since forever from last year, and I mean, I'm learning a lot, I guess.
Gotcha. Shout out the names. I want to see if I know either of them.
Sheldon Schmees.
Okay.
He retired. He ended up retiring when my brother ended, but then they had him come back one final year last year, and now they got Gage Taylor in there.
Oh, you're probably mad. Your brother probably saved all the worksheets and stuff. You know, you can just hand it off to me. You know? Handing the torch over. And you guys are taking on M State on Sunday. And tell me a little bit about this big rivalry game. We call it the Border Battle now.
Yep.
And how fun is it that you get to take on your rival for a trip to the MCAC title game?
A lot of fun. I'm very pumped for the game. I know they've been our big rival. I mean, I saw it firsthand last year, and watching my brother, they get pretty scrappy sometimes.
Oh yeah, it was nasty for a few years there.
Yeah, it was. What I'm remembering is my brother. He lost. Let's see, his freshman year, he lost
in the playoffs, right?
Yep. When they came down here and they were the 4 seed and they were the 1 seed and they ended up losing. So, I mean, I'm not.
And I think they were undefeated going into that one too, weren't they? Yep. Maybe one loss. But like you said, I remember they were the 1 seed.
Yeah, they were. They were undefeated.
Yeah. Well, it should be a fun matchup. And how big would it be to make a trip back or to get back to a national title game for you guys? So just think of how crazy that is, just to say out loud, just be in a national title game. How is that kind of surreal?
Yeah, it's pretty surreal. I mean, I know we were in the mix last year, but we came up short. So I mean, I want to come back and go for it this year again. I'm
sure you want another shot at DuPage as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add, Grant?
I think I'm good.
All right. Well, excited to see how the game goes on Sunday. Grant Lyons and the North Dakota State College of Science Wildcats will be taking on M State on Sunday once again, so make sure to get out there and support. Sorry, I don't have the game time on me. I just realized, but
1:30.
1:30. Okay, good. I put you on the spot there. 1:30 game time, so make sure to be out and about. But if you can't make it, Brad Anderson will be on the call as always on B92.7. Thanks for coming on, Grant.
Thank you.
Oh, how did I almost forget our final? Optimum Rehab would have been very upset if I missed this question of the week because the folks at Optimum Rehab are wondering, how has being an athlete shaped your perspective on teamwork and leadership?
Really what it's helped me is learn that it takes everyone to win. I mean, if somebody's not invested, then you're not going to. It's obviously going to show. I
like that. You should maybe take up coaching when you get it all wrapped up too. Have you thought about that at all?
I mean, I've definitely thought about it a little bit, but it kind of conflicts with harvest and everything.
Yeah,
so
that is true. Well, you could be there for some practices every now and then, you know, or they'll throw a headset on you in the tractor, you know, calling you to see how everything's going. What are you seeing on the stream? All right, well, appreciate you coming on, Grant. Once again, this Optimum Athlete segment was brought to you by Optimum Rehab in Wapton. Really glad we got that question in there. And now for a quick word from our sponsor.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.